Hello everybody and welcome to the Real Tarot 1123. I am going to be doing a quick reading for, what's his face's name? Barry Morphew. Because I just saw on the news today that, a couple of hours ago, that he's out on bail, he's all smiling and hugging his daughters and going about like nothing ever happened in life and like, oh, I'm free. Oh my God, y'all, I'm telling you, I'm so disappointed that he was able to get on bail. You think he's going, I mean, yeah, they said he's going to have an ankle monitor on, he has to surrender his passport, he has to do this and that and all that stuff. You think in spite of that he won't be able to get away? Look, here's what I'm saying. So many people have bypassed, so many criminals have bypassed the ankle monitor and surrendering the passport and doing this and that and all and managed to get away. You think this fool won't be able to get away? I guarantee he will. I am not convinced that he's going to stay put. I'm not. He's got the money, okay? He's definitely got the money. All the money he stashed, right? That basically belongs to Susan. I'm not saying he doesn't have enough of his own individual funds, but we all know it was her inheritance money, right? So I'm telling you, y'all, I'm so mad right now because it's like, dude, like how the heck did he get away on bail? And that was just $500,000 bail. Like seriously, that's nothing. Shoot. I don't know what is with this law and this justice system and all that stuff. I'm so disappointed though. Like I'm super disappointed. I'm sad actually because I really feel that, yeah, he's so I'm going to say this. One of two things is going to happen. He's going to hang around, he's going to wait until the heat's off of him a little bit and then he's going to bail. He's going to be gone. Second option, yeah, I call it option, is he's going to be on bail, he's going to come back, he's going to fight the case, this will drag on for another few years and then it'll just fizzle away. But I am telling you this, one way or the other, whether it is now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, but Barry Morphew is going to go down for killing Suzanne. It's just a question of buying time. So I have Sagittarius, I have Moon and Aries, then I have the High Priestess, okay, and then which is also ruled by the Moon. Then we have the Tower card, okay, which is Mars, disillusionment, and then we have Temperance, which is Sagittarius. Look at this. Sagittarius, okay, let me show you guys. Sagittarius ruled by Sagittarius, okay. Moon, this is a Moon card. Okay, Mars, okay, so I'm so disappointed. There is definitely going to be I almost wanted to say disemboweling. Don't ask me why that particular word. That is so weird. A dismantling of his family structure. Now more than ever, I think there is going to be a fight between him and his daughters. Then with the Sagittarius and Temperance, struggling to find that balance. Struggling to find that. Y'all, he's going to bail, y'all. This dude is going to freaking bail. I'm telling you, he is. No, they want me to use this one. He's going to bail, man. He's going to hike it. Oh, we're going to South America for a break. Oh, we're going to Peru. We're going to take a break. Our family's been through so much. We just need to get away for a little bit. Boom. Gone. I don't know why they say Christmas time. Look it. So then I have Mercury, which is Gemini, okay? The Earth card and Fire card. There is a breakdown of the family unit per se. That is the two daughters and him. Something is going to come to an end. Okay? Somebody is going to fall and get hurt. Somebody is going to fall and get hurt really bad. Maybe that's why I heard the word disemboweling. And they're going to make it look like an accident. Somebody else is going to go, y'all. Somebody else is going to go. I kid you not. There's going to be another hunting accident. Hunting doesn't have to mean with firearms. The court may have ordered him to surrender all his firearms, but he doesn't have to hunt with a firearm. Bow and arrows could do. There's going to be a hunting accident. Somebody is going to be disemboweled. I heard that word particularly. Somebody else is going to pass. It's going to be made to look like it's a hunting accident. Ay, ay, ay. This is no bueno. Absolutely not. There is also going to be an attempt to eliminate evidence by setting a fire. You watch. There will be a fire. Suddenly, all of a sudden, a fire will break out in the house or wherever the heck they're staying. Mercury poisoning. Mercury poisoning. Can't decide what to do to make it like a hunting accident or to make it like a poisoning and fire. So, pardon my sniffles, y'all. Like, I'm feeling better, but my nose, I got this constant nasal drip, but I feel it's better than struggling with that sinus blockage, you know. At least all the fluid is draining out. Y'all, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. One more person is going to die. They're going to make it look like a hunting accident. They're going to try to eliminate all the evidence by either a fire. They're also going to try and use mercury poisoning. Disemboweling is how I see it happen. Oh my goodness. Somebody is choosing not to see what is glaringly obvious. It's one of the girls. She does not want to acknowledge what is glaringly obvious. Suzanne has a heart set on the younger daughter. If at all anybody blows a whistle, it's a younger daughter, not the older one. It's a younger one. She needs to be careful. I've said it. She needs to be careful. No, they want me to do this. Yes or no question. Mercury poisoning, dang. That's hardcore stuff, y'all. And see, I thought it was a Freudian slip when I said disemboweling, but then when all that hunting accident thing came up, I'm like, oh yeah, no. And again, just because he's going to give up his weapons, his guns, doesn't mean you can't go hunting with a bow and arrow or a knife, right? The younger daughter needs to be very careful. Her life is in jeopardy. Suzanne, oh my God, my camera just went black there for a second. Oh, the screen, is it charging? Yeah, it is charging. So what's the problem? Hang on, you guys. My screen just went black. I can hear Suzanne saying, I want her. I'm taking her with me. I'm sorry, y'all, this is too graphic. And y'all are saying, Kirtana, what in the world? But this is what I'm being told. Oh, come on, dude. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes, the younger daughter has to be careful. Lot of arguments. Now the drama starts in the family. Lot of arguments. Wait a second. Right? There's another older female who's involved in it. There's another older female. So, 20, 30, 40, 50, 54, 9. 9 is distant travel, father. Yes, absolutely. And then I have a 9 here. Absolutely. There is an older female who is involved in this, who's going to assist them, or who's on their side, aka Barry Morphew's side. Yes, y'all. That I'm sticking to what I said. The younger daughter needs to be super careful. Super careful. There's going to be a lot of fights. There's going to be a lot of arguments. Things are going to start falling apart. There is an older female. She is definitely going to be instrumental in helping them or helping Barry. There's a lot of arguments. Suzanne is saying he did it. He knows it and I know it. He did it. Five again, warring. Saturn and Sagittarius. So Saturn, as we know, rules constriction, and Sagittarius is expansion. So there is a kind of a freedom here, but within that freedom comes restriction. There is a kind of restriction here, but with that restriction comes kind of freedom. So the restriction may be that he's got ankle monitors on, but he has a freedom to move about. This is bullcrap, y'all. This is absolute bullcrap. How do they, like, anybody can say, anybody will say that Ding Dong is responsible. How the hell does he, like $500,000 bail is what for him? It's nothing. He is being helped financially also by certain individuals. Why the hell didn't say $10 million or $5 million, make it that much more difficult for him to get bail? Like, who are these attorneys? The attorneys on his side are pretty good, got to give them that. Yes, okay. 9 of diamonds, Jack of diamonds, 4 of hearts, 7 of hearts, and 8 of spades. So there is definitely a degeneration of peace, contentment, and relative idleness. There is a degeneration of that, which means this illusion of finally we are free, finally we can have some peace. No. No. Then we have the Jack of diamonds, which is basically swords energy. It says a good news, somebody, a young coming forth with good news. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a younger daughter who's going to spill the beans of something. They are definitely trunk and travel case. They are definitely going to try to travel. All of a sudden the energy is going to shift, and the younger daughter absolutely hates her father and sister because she has come to the realization of something. There is a lot of argument and shouting, a lot of argument and shouting, a lot of back and forth, a lot of back and forth. Two, three, four. Okay. Oh my goodness, I can't stand it. Give me 1 second, y'all. Oh, sorry, you guys. Sorry, you guys. Okay. So, I hate that when they keep ringing the dang doorbell. It annoys, pisses the snot out of me, and I'm like, just let me work. So we have, yeah, they're trying to put the cart before the horse. Not going to happen. Then this illusion of finding peace, right? Is gone. There is going to be some kind of an inauspicious setting that is going to bring forth or set the seed, plant the seed of doubt in the younger daughter's mind, and she is then going to connect the dots. 2 plus 2 is 5, and she's going to say, oh shoot. So she's going to be stuck in a quandary because she does not know what to do with it, right? She's like, my father and my sister, my mother's gone, what do I do? She's going to try to want to talk to somebody in the FBI or law enforcement, but she's going to shelve that idea or table that idea because she's terrified. There is a lot of wealth involved, a lot of money involved. There is a little bit of nefarious stuff going on, even as far as all that is concerned and the business is concerned. There is one man who is standing his ground and saying, I'm going to bring justice to Suzanne. I have a feeling it's Suzanne's brother. He's like a straight up guy. He's like, no, he's not getting away with it. There is also another guy, a very judgmental fellow, a darker guy, like dark as in not coloring, but dark as in personality, who is going to do his very best to hinder Suzanne's brother. Unfortunately, Suzanne's brother doesn't know this guy. So it's almost like behind the scenes. No, stop. I don't want to feel that just now. I don't want to feel any of that just now. I don't want to feel it. I don't want to feel it. No. No, I can't. Not today. Not today. I started getting a little bit dizzy over there. That's basically usually like, see, and the camera again, and my computer screen, not camera, it just blacked out. Oh, come on, don't, I'm trying to help Suzanne, you know, bear with me. See, I'm kind of getting a little bit antsy now. The hair on the back of my neck is a little bit. Okay, don't be surprised if you see orbs. If anybody sees them, let me know. I'm going to turn on one light over there. Hang on, you guys. I'm just going to turn on lights. I feel like I need to. Trunk or travel case, they're definitely going to be traveling, or rather making a run for it, whichever way you want to put it. There's a lot of talk. She's telling me that there's her DNA traces in a trunk. In a travel case. She's saying, yeah, they're going to leave, but she's saying there's some of my DNA in a travel case. DNA as in not like a strand of my hair or whatever, it's like bodily fluid type of DNA in a travel case. How do they miss it though? How do law enforcement miss it? Can you show me? Death by water. She didn't drown, got disposed of in water. She's anchored down. They won't find her. There's a so-called client who is a so-called soulmate of Barry. It's a guy, so it's not that they have any sexual relationship, but it's almost like they call each other brother or whatever. You know, they're like, he's my brother or whatever type of thing. He's gonna get on with life, y'all. He's gonna hook up with some other chick. He's gonna be in a relationship. Yeah. This is not going to stop him. It's like, oh yeah, I'll surrender my firearms and life goes on. Yeah, the case will go on. It's okay, let it go on. I don't care about my firearms. I can always get firearms. You know. There are always nefarious ways of getting firearms. The only thing is you shouldn't get caught with one. Because if he gets caught with one, then he'll go back to jail. He's smart. He knows how to work it. He won't get caught with it. Oh my God, this guy is something else, y'all. There is going to be a civil trial also. Money will be settled. Yes. the daydreams and peace and contentment and idleness and all is just an illusion. He thinks that now that he's off, the case will go on, he'll keep paying his attorneys, the case will go on, and he'll just live like nothing happened. Like it's almost like a slap on the wrist, like, oh, you owe the IRS some money, so case will go on. He thinks in his mind the case will go on like that. Meaning, he thinks it's not as grave a situation as people make it out to be. Okay, then does Barry Morphew have a brother or a sister? So they're saying a friend and a sibling. Well, it could be that other fellow who I said soulmate, who he calls his brother. Could be that individual also who is going to be the absolute strength behind Gary, like his grounding energy. So oh my God, he's such a creep. He's such an absolute creep. He's going to go on to have an affair. He's going to go on to have a relationship with some dingbat, y'all. He is going to go on to have a relationship with another woman. And they're going to be all lovey-dovey and all that stuff. There's going to be a lot of chatter around them. I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to marry her also. But you know what? He's going to marry her because he wants to show that he's a stable person. And you know how he's so loving, and she's going to come forth and say, I've never thought like that, like not even a single time did Barry ever make me feel insecure or unloved, or I never saw any anger or temper issues with Barry. And this woman is also a dingbat because she's like literally drooling over this fool. I don't know what kind of woman would be attracted to this fool, knowing very well he killed his wife. So she needs to have her head checked. And then Barry is going to use that and say that, look, I've been in other relationships where nobody has ever said that I'm violent and this and that. It's all planned. There's a lot of talk about that relationship. Oh, don't be surprised if this fellow ends up getting married to somebody too. What a douche. Ay, caramba, sick. Yeah, Susanna is not going to let this fellow stay in peace. She's going to haunt his sorry ass to kingdom come and back. You watch. That sibling or that friend, that brother, bank, same old cards. Money, money, money is being spent. Mistress, yes. Oh, he definitely has. Whoever this mistress thingamajiggy, he's going to end up getting married to some chick. You watch. You watch, he is, I'm getting so annoyed now, because it's like, I'm mad at that woman, whoever she is. I don't know who she is, but I'm like, you stupid, like how can you, like, how do you even fall in love with a criminal, a murderer? Like, what's wrong with you? You need to have your head checked, seriously, you need to have your head checked. She's smart. Oh yeah. Oh, baby. Alright. She's very smart. She's a shrew. She's like, as long as I am able to live in luxury and he's going to provide for me and get me my big diamond ring and all that, I'm okay with it. No shame. No self-respect. No priorities. That right there tells us what kind of a woman she is. So, need we say anything more? Chapel, fertility and bed is in the reverse. So it's going to be a relationship of convenience. Barry is really not that invested. He's very planned. There's a lot of tears, blood and war. There is definitely going to be a little bit of a obstruction that both the daughters are going to put up. They are not going to be very happy with the fact that Barry is going on with this woman or getting married to her. They're not very happy about the lovers. the coupling, the sex, in the sense that they're not very happy about the relationship. Okay? There is a benefactor. I think I said that in the first video. There is somebody who is helping Barry from behind the scenes. Okay? And that other person is like, they'll have flashes or moments where they're saying, you know, it's time to be honest and act responsibly. But it's like, nah, I'm too far invested in this. There's no turning back, because if he goes down, I'll go down. Look, I'm saying this one more time. We all know how people can take off their ankle monitors and get away with it. We all know, I mean, come on, if there is technology to make sure that you don't take it off, there's technology that will help you take it off. Clear? Even if the code says no firearms, you think he can't acquire firearms illegally? Somebody could buy it and give it to him. The only thing is he shouldn't get caught with it. If he gets caught with it, then he's in big doo-doo. He doesn't need a firearm to go hunting. He can do bow and arrow or a knife or what, a spear or whatever the heck else that they use. So he's still got weapons up the yin-yang. In all honesty, anything can be a weapon, right? You use your windshield wiper as a weapon too. I mean, really, if you want, even this can be a weapon, right? I mean, I'm not condoning it, and I'm not telling you all to go and use your glasses as a weapon. Please, please, you know what I'm saying. Really, if you want to, anything, even a pencil could cause damage, right? How many times have we kind of gone with our ballpoint pencil, we go click, 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 and it slips your thumb and then you end up getting hurt, you know, things like that. So, again, please know that I'm not condoning, I'm not showing you weapons, I'm not showing you how to weaponize yourself or anything like that, or equip yourself with weapons. That's not the thing, please. Disclaimer, allegedly is entertainment purposes only. These are my opinions. Do your own due diligence and form your own conclusions. There is her bodily fluid in a suitcase. She says blue and grey. She's not saying like, she's saying it's not hair or, you know, fingernail or a fiber. She's saying bodily fluid. So it's clear slam dunk DNA. Okay? He choked her, y'all. She's now showing me he's choking her. She's kicking her legs, she's clawing herself. It's the first time she's showing me this. Oh my goodness, I can see his face hovering over her, like the veins are all bulging and he's red in the face. He was wearing a half-sleeved shirt, not a t-shirt, not a polo shirt, a shirt with buttons down the front but half sleeves. Oh my God, I can see his neck and his face is red and the veins are just like bulging and he is like so like, no, this is red, oh my goodness. He sits back on his haunches. He sobbed and he goes back and starts strangling her again. Here's the thing. After he strangled her the first time, she was unconscious. when he sits back on his heels and he kind of is sobbing and he goes back, if he had stopped and called 911, Susan would be with us today. She could have been resuscitated. Well, I can see her. She's just right here. She's like telling me stuff. But he had to complete the job. She fought. How did they miss the wounds on his, like her when she clawed at him and tried to get him off, like scratched his face or his arms? How do they miss all that? Or do they have pictures of it? Like you can tell, she kind of went at him. She's laughing. She's laughing. She said, I tried to hold his hair, but I couldn't because he hardly has any hair. It's thinning hair, very short. I couldn't get a grip of his hair. Because she tried to hold him like this to kind of you know what I mean? She said, I couldn't get a grip because he's got very thinning hair and it's not long enough, so I couldn't get a grip. But she's laughing when she says that. So I think that must have been a sore point for him, that he's losing his hair. Ooh, I don't like this man. I don't like this man. I do not like this man. Oh, Suzanne. I don't know, y'all. I don't know how in God's world these criminals get away with all this stuff. How do they? Oh, excuse me. Oh, that's a lot of cards that popped out. Five of Swords, Five of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Knave of Swords, Nine of Wands, Six of Wands, Eight of Swords, Six of Cups, the Death card, and the Sun card. Definitely a lot of argument. He 100% chased her around. 100%. He chased her around. He literally said run, and she ran, and he chased and he got her. Literally. Douchebag. Like for him it was a hunt. And Ace of Pentacles, it's about traditional tarot, new job, raise, promotion, investment, new income. But for him, it was also about the bookkeeping, the money aspect of it. Knave of Swords. That's a Page of Swords. It's all about being patient so you can acquire a new job, new raise, new property, new money, and getting new news regarding that. Validation, confirmation. Did he have a life insurance policy on her? Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is all about being persistent, maintaining boundaries. But he was like, yeah, I'm going to be persistent. Yeah, I'm going to be maintaining my boundaries. And the boundaries is that I want it all for myself. He has threatened to burn down the house a couple times. If anybody knows Suzanne, like knew of her when she was in the physical world, let me know. He had on a couple of occasions said, I'm going to burn the house down. I'm going to effing burn this house down. What are you going to do next? What are you going to do about it? You can't stop me. Like that. He definitely wanted to control her. He definitely controlled her to a very large extent. But he was so weird about his feelings for Suzanne. He loved her and he hated her. He loved her because, not that he was in love with her, She was somebody who suited the picture he had in his mind about his ideal spouse. She fitted that bill, so he pursued her, got married to her, not because he was in love with her. She had a particular look that he was after. You know how some people say, oh, I only am going to date blonde guys, or I'm only going to date, women who weigh a certain amount, or a redhead or a brunette, or, that somebody with blue eyes or brown eyes or whatever. People have their preferences for whatever reason. I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. So for him, his preference was that particular look. Six of Cups, there is a lot of nostalgia. He really wishes that he could go back and change something in his youth. Around the time he married Suzanne, he wishes he could change something. I have a feeling that Barry Morphew was actually dating somebody else too at that time, as was Suzanne as well, and for whatever reason they both left those others and they both came together. So later on, Barry did connect with that female. She's gone on to have a very comfortable life, very happy life. She basically closed the door and he said, dude, I don't know who you are. That was way back when we were kids, man. Don't come at me now. I'm not interested. Moving on. Keep it moving. Next, because she's comfortable. And he took that hard. That rejection, he took it hard. Then you have the Sun card. Morphew also regrets not having a male child. He regrets that a lot because that would have been a real boost to his ego. Okay? As much as he's all about, fathers and daughters and mothers and sons, he really regrets not having a son, and many a time he's had these conversations with Suzanne, and he has also blamed her a couple of times. The first time Suzanne is saying they had this conversation, she actually laughed at him and he got annoyed, and then she said, why are you mad? And he said, well, why are you laughing? And then she goes, well, you do realize it's not the woman's body that determines the male or the female gender of the, like something to do with the eggs and the tadpoles, right? So it's the guy, it comes from the guy, right? And so he got really annoyed and it hit him really hard because for him it's all about that macho image. I am a man, I am a man, I am the man. He's all about that in his twisted freaking head. Calm down, dude. I mean, if you really are a man, you don't have to go around shouting and yelling and screaming at the top of your voice. And, real men don't have to make it so obvious. Real men don't do that. They just go about being men. No need for them to keep hollering about, look at me, I'm an alpha male, I'm an alpha male. Like, shut up. Just sit your ass down, boy. Sit your ass down. Or rather, sit your butt cheeks down. I shouldn't say. Be careful with the words I use. Then we have the Six of Wands, right? And the Six of Wands is definitely information has been exchanged. Definitely things have been siphoned off. Money, assets, everything has been moved around. For sure. He has given a lot of money to somebody to help him, bail him out. He has also received a lot of help from people who think that Barry Morphew's poo don't stink. He has shamelessly accepted their assistance, financial and otherwise. So there is a small group of people who really think he's that macho guy, and poor guy, he's being victimized and he had nothing to do with it and it's all her fault. And oh my goodness. Stop. Okay. I'm concerned for Suzanne's younger daughter. I'm really concerned for her. My question is she going to be safe? And the answer is no. I'm going to ask her 3 times. The earlier when I asked a yes or no question, is her life in jeopardy? And the answer was yes. So now my question is she going to be safe? Okay, I got a kind of yes, but I'm not so convinced because, let me show you. When you see that sequence, oh wait, there's another 5. If she breaks away from this family and runs and hides and takes protection from the FBI or law enforcement because she got some information and she finally was like, oh shoot, and she was able to connect the dots and they give her witness protection, she'll be fine. But otherwise her life is in jeopardy. I'm completely convinced. Her life is in jeopardy, y'all. Okay, stop. Again, that whoosh of dizziness. No, I can't do this today. That's too much energy. Let me see. Yes, we definitely do have multiples, right? Completion, yes. Absolutely. Are you kidding me? And these 2's pop up again, y'all. We all know what that means. There's an older woman too. She's very prominent, mature woman, definitely above the age of 40, who's going to be assisting Barry. There's going to be a switch up in his attorneys, y'all. Cancer, number 12, and this guy. Oh my God. Mercury. So Mercury rules Gemini, the moon rules Cancer, 12th house is karma, hidden supports, institutions, etc. So that is glaringly obvious. There is going to be change in attorneys for sure. He's spending a lot of money on his attorneys. He is not going to get away with this, okay? He will, even if he goes on the run, even if he takes off, if he hides, or even if he doesn't, you know, and he stays, and but he continues to be out on bail because the case keeps getting delayed and hearing this and hearing that, and first case he might win or lose, and they'll call him again, and then they'll appeal and all that stuff. Somewhere along the line, one way or the other, he's going to get reeled in. He is going to be 12th house. He is going to be absolutely put in an institution. Y'all, I'm going to stop right now, okay? Because I'm kind of getting a little bit dizzy now. I need to stop. So we'll pick it up again, you know, when there is a need to do another reading for her, we'll do it, okay? Hope you enjoy this. Stay safe, everybody. Thank you for your kind thoughts and for your prayers and well wishes. I really think as a collective, all that positive energy you all sent me has helped me, you know, recover sooner than I expected, because golly, I was feeling so miserable, and this morning I really feel I turned the corner. Still a little under the weather, but I'll get there. So thank you so very much, all of you all. I had some of you send me emails saying that, hey, try this or try that, you know, it'll help, and I am so appreciative of all that. So thank you so much. Much love to you guys, and see you in the next video. Bye.